Hello everyone and welcome to 2022 and this week's streaming episode of Leadnap Gaming. Last week we launched the year off with the cinematic trailer 2952 to celebrate a new year in both Star Citizen and our real world. I hope you all enjoyed that. It was not easy to get done, and I want to thank Maverick 117 and Low G, both Squadron 82 members, for their help, without which I could not have gotten that done. Which is a great time, of course, also to remind you that you could still win an Odyssey by subscribing and commenting, so hit that subscribe button down there, and full details on the leadnap.com website, or go see the description. As I mentioned multiple times elsewhere, but not yet on film, this month all the proceeds for the channel will be going to relief efforts for the Marshall Fire that took place in Louisville and Superior, Colorado. I grew up in Louisville. In fact, this is the house my dad lived in, which I watched rise up from a foundation to framing, drywall, electrical, all the way through finish 30 years ago. It's strange because you don't expect a house, even when you don't live in it anymore, not to be there any longer. I have a lot of memories there. So this is a cause that's pretty personal to me. Though I grew up and moved away, Louisville will always be my hometown. So thank you again to those of you who already hit that donate button. It means an awful lot to me. Thank you. So what's 2022 going to look like here at Leadnap Gaming? Well, for starters, this month we're going to be doing a review. Sorry, I got to make sure it's right set up there. Gear review of the SimGears F16 ICP, which I'm very excited to get out to you all. Throughout the year, I'm looking forward to producing more on my SimPit journey for all of you, which is going to be a fun dive into all sorts of things like 3D printing, which I really don't know much about, woodworking, electrical work, button boxes, so on and so forth. Now, many of you are probably thinking, but Led, I don't play DCS. And that's fine, because the one thing I've learned from my pit experience thus far is it really becomes next level immersion. And I think for Star Citizen, there could be some major application. There will hopefully be more DCS content this year, and I'm working hard to complete the start of the new Vigan tutorials. But it's a hardware hangup I'm dealing with to capture VR materials from DCS in a way that's enjoyable for all of you to watch. Also, you might note, because I'm not wearing my customary headset, it's because we've had some microphone audio issues, typically that I use during streaming. I've always recorded with the very expensive Yeti mic I've got here, but seems we've got a lot of that stuff worked out, so we should be good moving forward there. On the Star Citizen side, I have a whole host of concept videos lined up, but I really want to hear from you all in the community. What do you want to see as content this year? So do let me know down in the comments section. Which takes me to a scheduling note. I have surgery towards the end of the month, and I've been very busy getting work things taken care of for that, as well as getting ready life-wise, since I'll be unable to walk for a while. I do want to continue the goal of one video per week, but I do want to say that now, ahead of time, for 2022, a lot of the goals I have for content require a lot of time, and the schedule may get stretched in some spots to accommodate this. I also, as you can see, moved my office to our now unfinished basement, in part because, well, today it's pretty raw. I mean, yeah. I did that because it's going to become a pretty awesome content creation space, and that, of course, is also going to suck up a lot of time and my resources. So here's to an awesome 2022 ahead, and above all else, I want to say thank you for being such an awesome community. Alright, there we go. Hopefully that's not too loud. I guess you guys will let me know. Unbelievable. The audio issues continue and the long loading time. Just so you know, that was the second time I had to load into the verse because we sat through the loading screen and then it popped me right back. So, Obviously, that was pre-recorded. This isn't. And yes, big shout out to Maverick, Ducky. Great to see you back here in here. I'm going to mispronounce this, but DCS Board Games. Good to have you here as well. Poseidon, Dietrich, Intruder 357, and Low G. Great to see you all here. And yeah, if you want to send your wheelchair my way, it's not going to do me any good. There's 5 staircases in my house. It's kind of ridiculous. Anyways, yes. So to begin with, just a recap quickly from some of that. Why am I not wearing clothes? I mean, usually when you wake up like that, yeah. Okay. Must have been a heavy night of drinking down at whatever bar is here at Everest or wherever I am. Nice. Welcome, Parker. Glad to hear the mic's working well. Okay, can we... There we go. So, yes, quick recap on, well, everything I just said. Do make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're still giving away a Misk Odyssey. It's part of our 20,000 sub giveaway, which is 8,000 long subs away from now. But, as always, we can lower that number if you head on over to patreon.com, join Led's Legion. I know I said 10 per 1,000. It'll probably end up being less than that. Again, the only reason that stipulation's the way it is just the books, everything I got to pay for to run the channel, and trying to make sure that someone gets hooked up with that Odyssey right away. Well, you know what I mean. I mean, I'll give away the Odyssey before CIG does. Okay. Equip. I hate that I have to do it that way sometimes. It's really kind of obnoxious. All right. Helmet, and we're good to go. Yeah, clothes are optional this stream. But please don't stream your webcam like that. Family channel or something. All right. Also, as I mentioned, all of this month's channel proceeds go to the Marshall Fire Relief. And yes, I did grow up in Louisville, as I showed the picture there in the recorded section. That's the house that my dad used to live in. The way I worded that, I was trying to be very, very clear. I wrote it like 4 times in the script. My dad doesn't live there anymore. They moved from that house in 1998. Yeah, 98. 98 or 99, it's fuzzy. And moved to Texas. So, yes, my family are all fine. Unfortunately, the family that lived in that house is obviously not. But my dad moved to Texas at that point, and it turns out his house, which was on the Bayou, out of fairness, but we'll just go ahead and claim that. But as I was saying, he lived... I found a picture and showed it to my wife yesterday, actually. But the bayou was like a good 50 feet down this really steep ravine. And during Hurricane Harvey, the water came all the way to the second floor of that house. Fortunately, my dad in like 2001 moved from Texas to Pennsylvania, where he still lives. So I guess the moral of the story is, do not buy a house that my dad lived in, because natural disasters seem to grab them. So that's I found that. But like I said, there is the donate button up there in the chat, and I would really appreciate, anybody who has the ability and wants to donate to a great cause. Like I said, that would mean a lot to me. Also, please excuse the incredibly loud noises that will occasionally occur now, because, as I also mentioned, hey, I'm down in the basement. And it's unfinished. Looks a lot better than it did in the video, though, that I recorded 2 days ago. Because, man, I put all my ships all over the place. I guess C2 it shall be. Buffalo Bayou is the one in Houston. So, I want to say that. See, I didn't, because at that point, so not to divulge too many lead family knowledge here, but yeah, no, my parents are divorced, have been for a long time. So, I didn't, like, I spent a lot of time in the house in Houston, but I didn't grow up in it in the same way. So I don't remember the street name of the house in Houston. Whereas I will never forget the address of the house in Louisville. So my mom moved from Louisville only a couple years ago. But fortunately the fire, they only lived a mile apart. Pretty much stopped at the end of my dad's part of the neighborhood that way. So awesome, Ducky. I didn't know you were from Houston too. So well, you know, and that's a topic. Maybe that's a good segue into more of today's topics, not to recap everything I just mentioned there. You know, there's a lot of, 2021. Oof, what a year. You know, and look, I mean, we've been in this pandemic. We've been dealing with an awful lot of stuff, sure, right? But it is one of those things that it's kind of a cup half full. How do you decide and look at how the year was? Because there was a lot of really good stuff that happened as well. At least I thought so. So it's up to you if you want to decide that 2021 is a year royally sucked. You know, bad things always happen, right? But there's been a lot of good that comes out of disasters too. You know, communities rally around one another. And that's pretty awesome. So, anyways, Star Citizen. Waiting for Maverick to show up in the server. Which I guess he'll shoot me a party invite, Maverick, when you do show up. I would have joined Splat's server, but it was 50-50, so I guess not. Yep, I did say the magical word. That's okay. You can fact check that there's a pandemic going on. No way, 222? That's pretty wild. This would be your year. I mean, unless we get some sort of oh, I misunderstood your message, partly because I was just waking up. So cool. Well, yeah, cargo run it is. I knew what you meant, Intruder. Yeah, I mean, you obviously, unless we get some sort of Star Citizen type oh god, why are we... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Really? What is going on? Okay, this is cool. As long as we get out of the station. There.
Engines off.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, so what Dietrich's trying to say is what I was trying to get at until I got distracted. You know, unless we get some sort of Star Citizen type medical stuff, 200 more years is going to be a a thing. Okay. F1 was the wrong thing to hit. Options, controls, key bindings. I have a hunch. I really wish that this was done differently. Okay. Well, so fun fact, I generally play Star Citizen keyboard and mouse, as Matt is asking here.
Engines on. Engines off.
Okay, well, our Starfarer is whole. Drifting madly away from the station, though. Oh, I suspect it's my new rudder pedals. Or just this ship is bugged. There's only one way we're going to find out. Yeah, I mean, again, I heavily suspect it's related. I really don't want to go climb around in the pit right now and remove them. Yeah, damn Crusader unreliability is right. Now this is gonna be like the world's longest EVA. Peace. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Yep, it's the pedals, I know. This is why I'm building a separate computer for my sim pit, so that all the controls connected to it go to it. Also important because this is going to be the recording rig. Yeah, well, and that's the thing is I've got it configured in such a way that I can plug and unplug everything. It's just really obnoxious to do that, you know. And yep, Dietrich's pimping out all kinds of, oh my god. I don't even want to know how far away I am at this point. I should probably just, yeah, that Maverick, that's exactly what I was oh, you're kidding me. Wow. Peace. And we did. Hey, John Eric, welcome to the show. So yeah, like Dietrich's saying, he's pimping out the channel, and I greatly appreciate that. You know, yeah, we've got a Discord, lively most of the time. Good stuff there. Go check out the website. Cool, plenty there. Always adding more. I know I've been saying this for like a year now. Still sorting out some merch store stuff because I'm a little unhappy with what I already paid a ton of money to get set up. So that's kind of why that part hasn't been done yet. Hopefully soon. Kind of like Star Citizen, right? My merch store and the game of Star Citizen are one and the same like that. It's not. Maybe I'll make a video about this. If you guys knew the sheer amount, I paid $200 extra for a motherboard that had enough USB ports, and even then, I'm running two, not one, but two powered USB hubs. The amount of crap that has to come into this computer to run, yeah. Alright, before we spawn another ship, this is going to be a great stream, because it's already 9:22. Don't make me regret this. Oh, I really hope that works. We'll find out. Yep, that was a huge mistake. Today's tutorial. Oh my god. Yeah, see, joystick HOTAS 4, just so that we're clear. Nope. Oh, man. Hey, it worked. Alright, I feel a lot better now. Okay, well, that was fun. Go ahead and claim that. Good thing I have two of these, apparently. Alright, Hangar 4, and I apologize, but some things went remote, school-wise, and I will be right back. Alright, everybody. Really sorry about that brief intermission there. Yay, 5-year-olds. Who doesn't... Okay. That's weird. Oh, Star Citizen. I think we just recorded a bug in a weird way. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Yeah, so on the HOTAS discussion, yeah, corpse, 12 kilometers away. Not really worried about that. Because that corpse is wearing boxers. Which I guess. Undersuits. Armor. Because having a system that's real simple was too difficult. I know I'm in scrubs. Like an inmate or something, you know what? No. Won't let me pick it up. That's unfortunate. I was going to throw it on the ship. Thought about doing it on the ship, but I wanted to make sure I had access. I thought about doing the whole cargo run in scrubs for funsies, but, you know, the thing. So, as I mentioned, wow, that was a really weird voice pitch change. As I mentioned, a lot of gear reviews this year coming out, and I'm really kind of excited for that. I prefer to do... It takes a long time for me to do gear reviews because I don't like doing them... I don't like doing it like an unboxing review, you know? A lot of people that do hardware reviews, they get it, maybe they use it for, you know, a day or two, and then they do their review and tell you, oh my god, this thing is so cool. And then, like, if they would have kept using it for like another month, they would have found out that, like, the buttons stop working really well, or the paint starts chipping off, or something like that. And so I like to do my reviews over generally a period of like 6 to 9 months. I get something, I work on it. Now, unfortunately, that doesn't work well. Now, all of our reviews to date are things that I paid real money for. The F-16 ICP that I'll be doing a review for this month, that the manufacturer sent me for free to do the review. So that's not only a first for the channel that I should be paying more attention to at the moment and trying to get us out of this hangar, but and I told them, and they were fine with me taking some time. Hey, look, the ship isn't... Oh god.
Engines off.
We unbound everything. Oh yeah. Should probably, you know, deploy those. Why, Star Citizen? Why can't you just make a simple control mapper? Because we've cleared out the HOTAS bindings. There are none. I mean, Maverick's got a point. Quick game. Yes. I have no idea what the stream's going to show you. Because the game has to run for it to work the way I have it now set up. I'm going to throw the BRB thing on. I'm obviously still here. We're going to relaunch, but I'm going to go tinker real fast. Do what I really didn't want to do. Launch game. Acknowledge. Yay! Easy anti-cheat! Let's hope this works. I did unplug it. That's exactly what I did, Matt. Fortunately, my new rudder pedals, I know exactly which one they are. So it was pretty easy. But this is really frustrating. You know, it's starting to occur to me, like, it's been a while since I've had a smooth, everything worked like it was supposed to, Star Citizen stream experience. Dietrich making it awkward. Oh... They should put one. Alright, whatever. We'll join Splat, so at least maybe I can get rescued. Well... I don't think 3.16.1 is going to really make a difference in that. It hasn't been, like, in a weird way, it hasn't been, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's background stuff in the core of either how the game works or how CIG has things set up that they're obviously not changing. Like their keyboard mapping, which is ridiculously complicated. In part because I feel like it's backwards. If you ever have seen how DCS does control mapping, I think that is so much more straightforward. And even that's really complicated, but if you're going to have like 2,000 commands, then that's the way to do it. Give us a chart versus this like expanding bullet menu, but you have to change each time what each control is. It's just really awkward. And it doesn't help either. Joystick hotess 1, joystick hotess 2, joystick hotess 3. I don't know which one is which. And yes, there are that many connected to my system, which, again, this is arguably a unique problem to have, right? I mean, well, maybe it isn't, right? Because, I mean, if there's one thing I've learned from my Discord community, which, if you haven't, well, let me get back to the lobby here. Okay. Invite people. Copy. If you haven't, go check out the... I know it's in the description, but now it's in the comments too. Go ahead and head on over to the Leadnap Gaming Discord channel. But if there's one thing that's taught me, there is actually a lot of DCS players who also play Star Citizen. And so, with that said, I guess I kind of feel like... it was literally parked in the hangar CIG. Not expediting it. No. So, you know, I say, like, maybe it's a rare problem to have as many quote-unquote joysticks and HOTASs connected to this thing. But in reality, I actually don't think that's true. You know what? If I'm going to take a raft, I should just take... I'm just going to take the... I do love the raft so much. But if you're going to do it, you might as well do it in this. And that's the problem with it. I am trying with a smaller ship. I don't have a choice. But the thing is right, like, it doesn't... Any quote-unquote button box, it almost, I feel like, interprets 5 as a joystick or a hotess. So, like, honestly, at the end of the day, I wonder how many DCS players out there actually do have as many things connected to their machine as I do. Because, I mean, anybody who plays flight simulators knows, right? I mean, you have so many devices. And then it's worse for me, because I have all this recording equipment. Like, the webcam isn't even connected right now, because I don't have the ports. And I don't want to run another powered USB hub, because of the power situation down here in my basement. I have one outlet to work from. And that's a lot of equipment. It's not really, you know, we're pushing it. Next month I'm hoping to get an electrician down here. Drop me in another dedicated circuit that'll go for the sim pit. And why am I doing this the old-fashioned way? There we go. I have a Pisces, Dietrich. I have one. You know this. But the Pisces doesn't carry enough cargo for what I'm about to do. Yeah. See? Low G knows what I'm talking about. Already onto his first powered one. And they multiply, man. They're like bunnies. It's terrible. And then you probably eventually get to the point I'm at, where I'm like, yep.
A journey worth taking. Systems.
Gonna... Nope, it is not the hub.
Landing gear up. Engines off.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Well, this is going to be a great stream. At least this time. Not far away. Though a piece of me is like, I should have just... Morning, Dan. I did. Do you remember, we went in, Matt, and we deleted all the bindings. To the point I couldn't even walk anymore because we didn't have any. This is such a stupid problem to have. Yeah, no, I am going to jump into free fly because, you know, I should have just logged out because it would have kept my ship here. Oh well. This is such an annoying problem to have. That's all right, Matt. Like I said, I wasn't trying to be mean or angry there. Okay, well, it's not the rudder pedals because they're not connected anymore. So I did this for you. No. Oh my god.
All systems online.
I clicked single player. Free flight. But you see, you have to actually do it as a multiplayer, and then you go free flight. Yeah, free flight. Not... Alright, Maverick's gonna walk me through this. Single player. Classic race. I see. Lad, you're an idiot. You can tell I don't use this mode. This has just been what a great morning. And all right, so now options, controls, key bindings, advanced controls, customization, keyboard, mouse. Yeah, so see, we're now down to a single joystick, flight movement, unbind, unbind. You might be like, why let's do all those back.
All systems online.
Oh, hooray! That only took us like the entire stream to figure out. Return to game. No, sorry. I want to return to the game. Yes. You know, Mac, I am, in fact, going to get more coffee. So while it does this, I'm going to do that. Be right back. Would you look at that? I can get coffee before the game can load. Skills. I did delete the key bindings. We deleted them all, man. Uh, oh, I see. You're telling Ducky. Yeah. Dude, I don't know. Yeah, Matt raises the best point there. If you respawn with the box, just accept that you are in like the 10th circle of hell, apparently, and will always carry the box. Because Lord Robert said it! Alright, we are going to try to speed run this cargo run so that we can say we accomplished something this episode. Unfortunately, family matters are thought about it. Yeah, Ducky, I'm telling you, man, like, I don't know what it is today. Everything is acting like super funky. I mean, like, here's another example, right? Where just yeah. Alright. For glory or something. You are my family. Unfortunately, the woman I'm married to doesn't see it that way. So, just so we're clear. All right. You know, Maverick does raise a valid point. You could just use the tractor beam like a boss. Yeah, you know, I do agree. It does feel like the servers might have been running a little too long here, but it also doesn't speak well that this is a game that literally requires the servers to reboot maybe daily to work. Oh god. That was not a good sign. I'll tell you right now, if this ship does funky things, I'm calling it. It hears me. It's mad. How dare you say these things about our beloved Chris Roberts? But I didn't say it about Chris Roberts. I said it about the servers. That's even worse. Alright, moment of truth.
A journey breathtaking. Systems on.
Well, so far so good. Yeah, and more, normally towards the end of a patch cycle, a lot of that has to do, I believe, with some of the servers being pushed over to Evocati and other testing, and then to PTU. You know, so we have less overall servers to run everything. But yeah. And again, in fairness to CIG on this too, I mean, like, I work with servers on a regular basis, just trying to do business functions, and that in itself can be sucky. So, you know, It's just one of those things.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Well, I know they're down right now. What I'm just saying is that typically, right, when we say server performance degrades towards the end of a patch cycle, and I'm saying I think that has a lot more to do with it, but...
Quantum travel engaged.
That's a nice new trick. Not really inspiring confidence.
Landing gear up.
Okay.
Quantum travel complete.
This is probably going to be an absolutely terrible idea. Because the server's acting super goofy. So what I should not do right now is exactly what I'm about to do. Yeah, what is up with this? Are you trying to show me that my shields are low? Because I already knew that. Oh my god. I'm gonna rename this to CAG. Can't let me have a good stream.
Quantum travel complete.
What is going on? Oh my god. I did. I pressed F, I pressed Z, I pressed all the buttons. Well, I mean, obviously not at the same time. I did press F. See? F. Alt F4 is the only one I haven't done yet. Though I'm very close. Not gonna lie.
Landing gear down.
God. Man, all the controls are acting super sloppy today. Nope, nope. We're going the distance. He's going the distance! He's going for speed!
Engines off.
Lingus, that's a nice attempt, because that is probably a lot more rare a keyboard shortcut for people to know. Then Alt F4, right? Except I was in the Army, in IT. So you best believe anytime I got up from my desk, Windows L was a command I knew rather well. But that is pretty funny. Dear CIG, for the love of God, please stop with the lights above things. Now, what a lot of you guys don't know is I spent a ton of money making that cinematic. Because torpedoes for the Retaliator are not cheap at all. They're incredibly expensive. So, things we got in trouble for. Tell some stories here. So, so we only had one serious IT incident really ever occur, but mind you, I left the Army 10 years ago. So let's keep in mind Windows 7. Thank you. Top deck. Let's go. Chop chop. So, anyways, the worst computer incident I ever had. So we had our facility, it was all set up. You know, we had color coded all the wires. We had green wires and red wires. We had green ports and red ports. And they weren't even in the same, like, panel in the wall. Like, literally two separate, like, outlet boxes for those networks. And if you know what networks I'm talking about. And this was all based around... it was all based around a way the room was designed to be laid out that was the same across all of the buildings in the facility. Now, our task force was a joint task force. We had Army, me. We had Air Force, who were awesome. We had some Marines, which were super cool. Loved working with those guys. Granted, I only worked with like 2 of them. I have a lot of Marine friends, though, so... not a dig on the Corps there. And we had the Navy. Yes, Dan, I know you're still listening. And the fun thing you learn is that the Navy does things their own way. It doesn't occur to them that there's a way everything else is set up. There is the Navy way, damn it, and we will do it how we want. So they rearranged the furniture in the room. And in their infinite wisdom, they figured, well, gee, there's red cords and green cords, and red ports and, you know, red outlet boxes and green outlet boxes. That's interesting. Probably just for, you know, cosmetic effect or something. So what did they do? They plugged the green wires into the red box. Yes. I can tell you that was one Navy lieutenant who was not happy when I told her that her nipper machine was now a sipper machine. And I promptly put a new sticker on top of it. So that's like the worst incident. Now, what we had You know, because you've got your CAC and you got to log in with it. One of our favorite games was doing like if you left it unsecured, and mind you, anyone who's in the military will actually probably admit here that this is actually a very nice way of doing it. What we like to do is grab your ID if you left it unsecured, just in the machine. We would grab it and we would take dry erase markers and decorate you. Occasionally it would be Sharpie. If we didn't like you, you knew because your ID got Sharpied. Yeah. Nothing's working. See? F, 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 Z, Z, Z. Nada. I guess we'll just look at my shield state. So I had a flag on the wall next to my desk. And behind the flag was the wall of shame, because the other thing we would do when recording like this was, and yes, I know there's more than one way to do this. We're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned route. So yeah, we would photocopy it, and I had a wall of shame under the flag where we put all of the photocopies of all of our finest artwork. And I got everybody. I had the commander on that wall, and I'm not talking company commander. I'm talking like task force commander. No, like not task force. I had the battalion commander, facility commander, the XO. But I'm pretty sure Vice Admiral Howard would have murdered me in my sleep. No, probably not in my sleep. Probably would have formed up the entire task force to witness him, like, stab me or something. So, yeah. Did not wall of shame Vice Admiral Howard. Granted, he never left his CAD card unsecured. Nor did I ever go in his office to find out. So... Yeah, JC, that's exactly what I said. I was like, how? Oh, well, like I said, I mean, there are games, right? Like we all know, cat card games. Eventually, they had to issue a new policy because of favorite. And again, we were in Afghanistan when this was all happening. A favorite thing people would do would be to, if you left your helmet unsecure, would be to take your helmet, fill it with water, and then put it in the freezer. So, you know, there was that. It could get a lot worse because then eventually, again, like, it's great in the military, like, with, they're not hazing techniques, but you can tell when people don't like you because if people threw Jolly Ranchers into the water, you really knew they didn't like you because if you weren't careful, right, and you, like, put your helmet out in the sun to thaw it out, we all know what happens to Jolly Ranchers when you leave them in the sun. So, yeah, make sure it's upside down when you thaw it out. But yeah, that had to be stopped because there were a number of IDF attacks that people didn't have helmets because they were filled with ice. So that got the kibosh. But our engineering section, which I was a part of for a very long time, had a very awesome game they would play, which was Move the Desk. 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 Move the Desk And, you know, other people are like, oh, yeah, I've played that game. That could be fun. It's like, no, you don't understand. And I had to help rewire a couple of times. Because one time they actually took their PL's desk and mimicked it perfectly, but upside down on the ceiling. Yeah, good stuff. Holy crap, is Wesker in here? Wow. Oh, I'm so tempted now.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Can I please have a hanger to put my entire wallet in? Actually, I don't like my gear being down on this ship when I go into hangars because, yeah. So, like I said, really good times. Great memories. Great memories. If he's on this server, I am not trusting my entire wallet on a ship.
Landing gear up.
Yeah, that's fun. Can I please have my landing gear?
Down.
Fuck it, we parking. I think he said landing complete.
Landing
Oh, I need to
complete.
turn off my engine.
Doesn't stay.
Well, I'm definitely not risking taking this load down to Hurston like this.
Engines off.
Yep, we are parked. Whew. All right, folks. Well, like I said, thank you to the anonymous person who donated $5 to the Marshall Relief Fund. That link is going to be there on this video and on plenty of other places that you guys can hit that up. So please, again, it means a lot to me personally. If you're just joining us now, rewatch the very beginning and you'll understand why. With that said, I will make sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends. 2022 is off to a great start here, isn't it? A left-turning start. Hopefully we'll get that fixed here. Anyways, thanks everybody who joined us, joined me, joined us, and I will catch you all next time.